Before the video starts, let me break down what you can expect in this review. 1. I will talk about the plot or the story of the episode. 2. I will talk about the things that I like. 3. I'll talk about the things that I didn't really care for. And 4. I will give the episode a score out of 10. Also, spoilers. With that being said, let's get right into it and break down the actual episode review. Hey guys, Tanner here. Welcome back to another episode of the series of videos where I review every episode from Ninjago Season 8. Last night we got the first showing in the United States of Episode 4 of Season 8. This one was of course entitled Snake Jaguar. So we're of course just going to break things down, starting off with the plot, and we'll jump into all the things that I thought were good and bad later on in the video. So starting off the story of Episode 78, we first see this episode open with a Zane flashback similar to the one that Cole had a few episodes ago, and it basically shows how Master Wu ended up meeting Zane. We also see Dr. Julian back, which is a good thing that I'll say right away, and this flashback sets up a whole bunch of other theories that I could probably cover in videos if you guys are interested. Of course, then it cuts to Zane in the Sons of Garmadon headquarters, and he's being taken back to the HQ to meet the big man, which we know to be Kilo. And meanwhile, while this is all going down, the ninja are still searching for both Cole and Zane, because last time we saw those characters they were of course across enemy lines, and Nia is also working on a few new vehicles for the ninja to use, and we'll see one of those coming up in this episode. Then it cuts to Cole, and he's actually imprisoned in the Sons of Garmadon headquarters, and he's listening to the Sons of Garmadon discuss their plan, and he hears them say that they found the key to the last mask, so keep that in mind. Next up we see Zane in the Sons of Garmadon headquarters, and he's talking to Kilo because that's where they meet for the first time. And Kilo, I'll say right now, he's a pretty interesting guy. I don't really understand all the hype around this character. I just think he's alright. And he suggests to Zane that he should ride with them, and only then will he learn everything about the Sons of Garmadon. It's basically the Sons of Garmadon version of initiation, so there's that. And this is where we first hear of the Quiet One. So that's going to be a recurring theme throughout the season, and this is the very first time that we are hearing I guess that name being referenced, unless I missed it somewhere. Then we see Ultraviolet heading off to Cole to interrogate him, and it turns out to be Zane in disguise. And Cole is obviously very happy to see Zane there, and he proceeds to explain the entirety of the Sons of Garmadon plan to Zane. But Zane, of course, can't stick around because he has to infiltrate the actual motorcycle gang itself. So he leaves, and of course, this is all because Zane wants to find out who the leader is. Here we see the Sons of Garmadon race commencing. It starts off, and Ultraviolet actually is left out in order for Zane to participate. And after the race begins, Ultraviolet goes ahead and communicates with the Quiet One. And the Quiet One, of course, tells Ultraviolet about Zane inside the Sons of Garmadon organization, and he is eventually found out. So at this point, it's pretty much a race for Zane to survive while he's trying to figure out all this information that the ninja are missing. We then cut to Cole, who of course breaks out by singing really obnoxiously. Eventually, the Sons of Garmadon guard cannot take it anymore and goes over there, and when he's over there trying to get Cole to stop singing, Cole goes ahead and knocks him out, grabs the keys, and lets himself out. Next we see Zane getting a new bike from Nia, and this bike is actually really cool. It is available as a set, I do believe, and yeah, it's a pretty cool bike, and I really like it a lot. We see Cole snooping through these Sons of Garmadon trying to find that key that they were talking about, and they do find it, or rather Cole finds it, and it is the mysterious baby that we've known about for quite some time. But of course, the reunion does not go as planned, as Ultraviolet does indeed find them, and Cole and Ultraviolet proceed to fight over the baby. Cole eventually wins, and he and the baby, they obviously get away. Then we cut back to Zane, who's racing against these Sons of Garmadon, and he's fighting them along the way using the bike and, of course, some other tactics such as shurikens. And in the end of it, he confronts Mr. E, and they have a struggle on their bikes. They both crash, and it's here that Mr. E is revealed to be a Ninjroid. And that's, of course, where the episode ends. So now starting off, or continuing the review, and talking about some things that I thought were really good about this episode. I really enjoyed the Falcon coming back. You could see Zane's motorcycle does have a Falcon attachment, so that's pretty cool. I guess it is a way for the Falcon to return. The baby was pretty funny. This is the very first episode that we're seeing the baby in, and of course he'll play a major role moving forward in the story. The motorcycle action was really awesome. I loved the race scene, and I thought Zane was really good in that race. Zane's character in general this episode was really well rounded out, I'd say. I mean, the episode opens with the flashback sequence back to before the pilot, which that alone is actually really cool. We saw a Cole version of that earlier in the season, and it's rumored in season 9 we'll be seeing more flashbacks like this, so I'm really looking forward to that. Cole in this episode was pretty good. He and the baby were pretty funny together, and I expect we'll be seeing a lot more of that as the season progresses. And of course, Kilo, what is there to say about Kilo? He's an alright character. I don't really think he's like the absolute best character out there. I know a lot of people are a big fan of Kilo. Myself, I just think he's an okay character. And of course, we do get the big reveal that Mr. E is a Ninjaroid, or at least some type of mechanical warrior, something like that. So that's pretty interesting, and that'll of course lead into the next episode. For things that I thought were bad, there really wasn't a lot that I can say about the bad things of this episode because I really thought this episode was one of the better ones from this season. I guess what I could say is that the other ninja don't really do anything, especially Kai, Jay, and Lloyd. They really just sort of sit around and basically do nothing. That's pretty much all I have to say about the bad things for this episode. I actually thought this was a really well done episode. I thought this was one of the better ones that the season has so far, and I'm going to go ahead and give this one a solid 9 out of 10 for all the reasons I just listed. Again, I really did think this episode was something special, and I hope we see more episodes like this one in the future. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. That'll conclude my review of episode 78 of Ninjago. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up rating, and as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. Remember that the comment section is yours for any discussions you want to have regarding this topic, or if you just had a general comment, that's fine too. Thank you guys so very much for watching once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.